Hello and welcome to my bathroom. My name is Emily Hall and today I'll be showing you guys some tips and tricks to putting on stage makeup. This is by no means a tutorial. I'm not expecting you to use every product that I use exactly how I use them because every face is different and that's a good thing. Okay, before I begin, I will be showing you guys the products that I use and the brushes that I use to kind of get some ideas. So first, I'm going to be using some primer water. Again, every face is different. This isn't needed at all. This is optional. But for me, my face does get very dry and it breaks out, especially from wearing the makeup trend of 2020, a mask. So I'll be using this, just a couple sprays. Let that sink in. All right, and now we're ready to begin. So first, we are going to go with a little bit of concealer. So when you're putting on concealer, this is just to kind of even everything out because, you know, especially on the eyes, after a tech week, you can get a little droopy. So you put a dot here and a dot there. And again on the other side. And that's really all you need. And I'm actually going to put a little bit right there because I think I did break out a little bit. And then I'm going to take a beauty blender or a sponge or even just like a big fat foundation brush. You're just going to blend all that in. I'm going to use my little handheld mirror here so I can see. Just going to blend it. Again, you just want to connect those two dots. Alright, how's that? Then after that, we're going to go in with your foundation. So I prefer liquid foundation, or you can use powder or creams or whatever works best for your face. When you're going on stage, I do recommend you do one just like a touch darker than you would wear every day. But I ran out of mine, and since stores have been closed, I'm using what I use on my face every day. Just working with what I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit on this part of my hand, just so I can gauge how much I need. You should never put product directly on your face like that and then blend it in because you always use way too much. It's a huge problem. So you can take your blending brush again, or your sponge, or your brush. Just apply, 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 and whoop. So kind of make a little clown face almost. There we go. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna just blend that out. So don't wipe because you get weird lines like that. See? Just gonna pat all of that out. And don't worry, makeup is supposed to look a little silly when you first start out like that. And this is just to give your face a nice base layer because we want everything to look even and so you can shine on stage. Or TV, or film, or whatever you choose to do. So, a little bit about myself while I'm blending. A little bit more on this cheek. While I'm blending, I have been acting for about 10 years. So whenever I was in 7th grade is when I really started getting into it. I've been in like school shows before, but it was 7th grade that I started really getting into what theater really is. And I have been in many shows. I've been in plays and musicals, including Matilda. I was in West Side Story. And I've also choreographed some shows like Fame. I helped choreograph that show. So now I have a bit extra left. I'm just gonna wipe it off. Like either paper towel or I just have makeup remover wipes on hand, and that works as well. So after our foundation is on, we are going to go in with our blush. So with my everyday, I don't always wear blush, but if I do, I wear like really light shades. But for stage, it's a little different. You want to be able to be seen. You want to have your eyes and your face not washed out by the lights. The lights are bright. So what you want to do is you want to take just a little bit like that, just that much. Tap off the extra. Before you apply, you'll know your face. And especially if you're with me in the chair, I'm going to ask you to give me a big smile. So nice smile, you can kind of see just the little apple parts of my cheek, and that's a good spot to start. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to go and, because that's not normal. What I want you to do is smile, and you're going to blend up to about here, because that's where people actually normally blush, is you see up in this area. So you can smile and go. Go to the other side. Check in the mirror to see. That looks good to me. You can see it clearly, but it's not like a bright pink line or two bright pink spots. You don't want that. That doesn't look normal unless that's the character you're going for. Like I was doing makeup for a show and I had to do Mad Hatter makeup, so I just did 2 red spots. Perfect. So now we are really good to focus less on the face now. I'm going to move on to our eyes. So I'm going to start with my brows. Don't really always need to do brows. I like to do my brows because I'm blonde and sometimes they disappear. So I'm just gonna brush out my brows to make sure they're all lining flat and nice. Like that. Then you take the actual brush. It is very light. You wanna make sure it matches you because you don't want like caterpillars. And you don't want your brows to disappear either. Notice when I do it, I do very lightly right here on the face, or you can use a like paper towel, or if you have like one of those loose powder sponges, you can do that by all means as well, just so I can be even, but at the same time, I'm not moving the products all over my face, because we already did that. I'm just going to brush them out one more time, make sure the product is evenly in there. And that's it on brows. Next up, I'm going to be using some mascara. Now, I know mascara can be scary because it's like really close to your eye, but I promise you, it's okay. So if you're gonna do it by yourself, super cool. I will show you by yourself, and then I'll show you how to get help, how to use it if you're getting help with your mascara. So what I do is I just use my handheld mirror, so I just get really close. And I kind of blink a little bit just to move it. So I'll just do it right here. And just brush it. Just like you're brushing your hair. And if something happens, it happens, it's okay. And you get a little bit of spot, no big deal. Don't wipe it off immediately. Wait for it to dry, and then it kind of just flicks off like dirt. So the other eye, if you are getting help, what we're gonna do is we hold it really close, and you're gonna open super wide, and we're gonna say blink, and you're just gonna blink, and we move it, blink, move, and blink, and blink. Just like that. So, that's all there is to it. It's nothing scary. So now that this is dry, I'm going to take a Q-tip. It is always nice to have Q-tips on hand. And just get it off. Ta-da! And no other product went with it too. None of my foundation is gone or concealer. So now we are going to do eyeshadow. Usually what you want is a little bit of definition, nothing too bright or bombastic, just something that people can see your eyes. When you're far away, it's hard to see your eyes, they just look like two dots. So I'm going to take a little tiny brush here, and since I kind of gauge what eyeshadow to wear based off what I'm wearing, since I have a couple flowers here and there, I think I'm going to do pink. So I'm going to take just this pink color, nothing too crazy. Just a little bit. Always top off the extra, that way you don't have it going crazy. We have too much or too little. I'm going to close your eye. Just go in little rainbow motions. Just like that. Don't worry, my family's coming home, so if it gets a little noisy, that's okay. By all means, it is never quiet backstage, and that's one of the things I love about theater. So now, you can see, just a little bit of color, nothing too crazy. I'm going to add on another color in just a second. I'm just going to move on to the other eye to make sure everything is even. And really, you don't want it to go all the way up to your eyebrow. That's crazy. Unless the character calls for it, then that's okay. But unusual. You want it very even, tones. Super simple and easy, just like that. All right, and helpful tip, every time I use makeup, I have a bag full of my clean brushes and a bag full of my dirty brushes. That way I can wash them when I get home to make sure everything is clean for my face. So I'm gonna put the dirty ones in here. Then we're going to take a bit of a smaller brush, so probably just this little guy, and I want a little bit of glitter, just a little bit. So I'm going to take this really pale pink right here, it's a little shimmery, and I'm just going to go right in here, just a little bit. It's okay if you can't always quite see the product immediately. That just means we're building and we're working on it together. Just like that. On the other side. And put it all over just like that. Some nice and glitter. Very cute, very cute. So, now that that's done, dirty brushes, we are almost done. So, a huge helpful tip is, you know, it's a huge trend. You always hear people talking about highlighter, put highlight and baking and everything. We really don't want to put highlighter on stage, because it looks really cool and really sparkly and exciting. But if you go on stage, what catches the light is your sweat, and it just makes you look really sweaty. Unless you're like a magical fairy, then it makes sense for you to be glittering all over the place. Which magical fairies are pretty cool. But not for me right now. Alright, so we're almost done. I think I need a bit more blush. What do you guys think? Yeah? So I'm going to take the same brush that I used before, which is in my dirty bag, just so I can reuse, so I don't have to do more later. Let it clean. And when you go to clean your brushes, you can really use pretty much any soap you want. I use like a little brush shampoo that I bought online, but you can also use, like, my friend uses dish soap, I have another friend who uses shampoo, so whatever is helpful for your skin and doesn't ruin your brushes. Alright, so we are almost done. All we have left is my favorite part, the lipstick. I have a lot of lipstick, but today I'm going to use this color, because it kind of matches my flowers in my eyes a little bit. It's nice and bright. You don't want to use, really, one that you really don't want to use is like a nude color, because depending on how your face makeup is and how your lips look normally, because mine are nice and pink, your lips will go away, and you don't really want that. You're going to be able to see your lips, because when you're saying your lines and stuff, you want people to see that it's actually you talking. So I'm going to go in. What I'm going to do is I always go here first, and then I go here, and then here. And I rub it together, and then see where places need a little bit more. Side, that side, and so when I help with lipstick, I usually just go say, and that opens your lips, just enough, so you're not like that, and you get really weird lines, or you're not like, and you get weird lines that way too. And that doesn't get your whole lip that way either. So now we are almost done. I am going to, again, this is helpful on stage. You don't really have to use it, but if you're dancing a lot like I do, you can get a little sweaty and your makeup will run off. So I use this setting spray. And I just do a couple pumps, hold your breath and close your eyes. Shake it all about, blow the excess away before you open your eyes. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Have a good day, guys.